The fact of the matter is, in this room, I'm preaching to the choir. Without all of you, the hard work you've done, there wouldn't be an AHA first night, let alone an AHA 100th anniversary. And certainly, you're here to sustain the organization. I understand we have guests from Lowell, Pittsfield, and Lynn. I want to welcome them as well. Please make New Bedford a destination when you give out your tourism brochures. Let them know that you have a tremendous synergy with New Bedford and you'd like them to come down. I always tell anyone who's going out on the Mass Pike, make sure you stop through Pittsfield at this point. And anyone who's going to Lynn, I tell them, make sure that you stop by. There's some very interesting things going on in Lynn. I have traveled through both cities in the most recent past and have seen some real transformations around the arts and around this idea of building a cultural base to enhance everything in your community. Now, what I want to say very briefly about what we're doing here is it's very simple. We are playing with our success. What we try and do, and never resting on any laurels, but what we try and do is provide first a safe city, a welcoming city, and then we look at every resource we have and attempt to enhance it. And it's very clear that that's what AHA has been doing over the last 100 Thursdays, or the period of time that they first formulated and what they've carried out. We have a tremendous artisanry community. It goes back to Swain School, then it goes to BU Master's Program, Artisan Master's Program, and now it goes to UMass Dartmouth and the Star School. We have the core of tremendous talent, and it can be in the arts, painting, drawing. It can be in sculpting. It can be in music. It can be in woodwork. It can be in textile design. It can be in computer graphics, whatever it might be, whatever they're teaching at the school, filmmaking, whatever the cutting edge is. New Bedford has it. So then, how do we keep that as a core resource and grow? One way to do it is a result of the galleries that have taken on, the studios that have taken on. We have pioneers who are building living spaces, studios throughout the city. They're looking at the mill space and realizing that the great crafts or the great tapestries that were made there before may now be made not in an assembly line but by artists. So we have some tremendous things going for us. We just recently named a new library director. Our library, along with the New Bedford Art Museum, along with the Whaling Museum, along with our Fire Museum, which is one of the best in the state, one of the best kept secrets, along with the Spinner Publications and the trade ads we have here, and then who else? Anyone who wants to chime out, you name it. Along with now our library, we are going to capture people days at a time, going through this particular city and marveling at our history, our arts, our culture, the traditions, and then we overlay that with very, very diverse communities, tremendous neighborhoods, great restaurants, a festival. We have 13 major events in this city, from just before Memorial Day until just after Labor Day. Then you put on top of that 6 major events in any other city or any other town that would stop dead the entire town, that are smaller, somewhat smaller than the major ones, but they're carried through throughout the year. And we're a destination. I left my office a few minutes ago in a meeting that is still going on to try and put the final touches together on a hotel in this downtown area, because we know when you come to New Bedford, there's enough to do that you want to stay more than one day. And then this weekend, something very interesting happened. We brought in another international act, sold out the Zeiterion 2 nights in a row, and the place was absolutely sizzling. You could feel the electricity in the air. Fido singing all of a sudden became the hottest ticket in town with Marissa rather. And my gut feeling on this is after seeing the kind of shows that the Zeiterion is bringing in on a day-to-day basis, that we have the #1 performing arts center outside of Boston or New York. And we have other treasures that we're going to capitalize on. And I know everyone here who's in town read the story in the Standard Times on Monday about the 400 people or so who lined their way through the Orpheum Theater. Now, the Orpheum Theater is something that we are going to put on a list of things that we are going to do. But we are going to commit to save that building and preserve that building. So as a result of preserving the building, it comes with a theater. And that is a goal that I am making, public. I said it this weekend, I'll say it again. Things like that make New Bedford different than anywhere else in this country. Something like an Orpheum Theater, an old vaudeville theater, and we're in the process of renovating the Zeitarian, and the Zeitarian will be our #1 priority. But we are going to make sure that one day we're able to tell people, you might want to take a ride down to the near South End and visit the Orpheum Theater as well. They have a different fair going on there. And we are very, very proud of having the ability to preserve our culture and our history in the city. So I just want to thank everyone who is here today. I want to tell you that AHA is not any individual. AHA is a spirit, it's a state of mind. It's the idea that we are one of the more special places in the Northeast, one of the more special places in this country, one of the most famous cities in the world, and we're going to do everything we can to showcase it and rise up once again so that people say, when you go to New England, you've got to stop and see New Bedford. So thank you very much for helping with this.